Do not play with me, okay? Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yolandi if you are joining us for the first time, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Now I know I have not spoken to you guys in a very long time, but you guys have been very patient, and I must say thank you so much for supporting me even though I have been MIA. And you guys will see by the title, of course, the reason why I have been MIA. But you know what, let's take it slowly. In today's video I really want to reflect on 2024 and let you guys know how the year was for me, and then I want to also chat a little bit about, you know, what's happening in my life, so give you guys a little bit of a life update. And then I want to talk about 2025 and what you guys can expect. I am super excited for the year. I'm super excited to actually share this video with you guys, so I hope you guys are also excited to tune in. So let's go. So let us reflect on 2024 first. The year was pretty long and pretty hectic for me personally. In 2024 my life literally revolved around my books. Let's chat a little bit about all my key achievements. I do feel like I did share these with you in vlogs as I went throughout 2024, and then I'll share some of my biggest challenges for the year, and then also the key growth points for the year that I experienced as well. Of course, achievement number one, I am so excited and so happy to finally share this news with you guys. I am doing my MBA! Yay! Yes, in front of you right now is sitting a second year MBA candidate. Do not play with me, okay? So I have been doing my MBA for the entire 2024, and 2025 is literally my last year, and I thought to myself, cool, you know what, I really want to do 2025 with you guys, and I want to bring you guys on this journey because I know there's a lot of you who are considering doing an MBA. Now a lot of you might ask, okay, so why have you been hiding this from us? Like, why have you been so quiet about this? Because one thing about me is I like to work in silence, right? Like, I like to cook something in silence, and then I bring the full dish to my audience. And I just felt like, you know what, I have not been in school for like a couple of years since my honors, and I'm talking about like a formal qualification. I have not been in school since 2016, and for me going back to school in 2024 was like, are you able to do this? A little bit of imposter syndrome came in there. I literally doubted myself a bit because I was just like, I mean, you went to school years back. Why do you think now you can juggle school, you can juggle life, you can juggle work, content, a business? Who do you think you are? And I showed myself exactly who I think I am and who I am. So yeah guys, I started off my MBA in 2024, and I must say it was a roller coaster. If you have been around for a while, you would know that I actually wanted to start my MBA in 2013, and I was very vocal about the fact that I wanted to start my MBA. But unfortunately, and I say fortunately as well, God knows how to really structure stuff, I did not start my MBA in 2023. I don't think it would have been as great as it was last year if I had started my MBA in 2023. Now, if you are wondering what an MBA is, an MBA is probably one of the best sought after degrees when it comes to business and corporate. MBA stands for a Master's in Business Administration, and normally it's your executives, you know, that has these, like entrepreneurs has these, like a lot of successful people do have an MBA, especially people from a corporate perspective. So if you are considering doing a master's one day, maybe consider also doing an MBA. And you might ask yourself, okay, so Yolandi, what is your plan with your MBA? I am planning on sitting down and creating like a very detailed video about my MBA journey, and I'm going to ask you guys to drop all the questions that you have with regards to an MBA in the comment section down below so that I can add those into my video as well. So how has my MBA journey been so far? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it has been very challenging. I know I look like I have it all together, but child, last year was very challenging, and I mean in all fronts when it comes to my life. Frankly, I feel like I had to pause my life to literally transition back into going to school, and not just any degree. This is an MBA. It is way more added pressure than a normal undergrad, a diploma, a higher certificate, a normal master's degree even. It's next level. So my life really changed a lot last year, and I must admit I only realized now in January 2025, because that's when I'm recording the video. By the way, you guys are getting this in Feb, but I only realized now how much of a robot I was last year, because my entire life had to revolve around my MBA because it just requires that much. But like I said, I am going to create more of a detailed video when it does come to my MBA. One of my other achievements is that I am officially 2 years within the banking space. I have left consulting 2 years back. I actually can't believe that I have been in banking so long, and literally the journey has been amazing. The journey has been so great that it has been so supportive with my MBA as well. And the fact that I am self-funded, yes, I am self-funded, really means that banking is doing me very well. But guys, from a projects perspective, I think I did a lot of projects already in the past 2 years. I implemented maybe around 5 to 6 projects already, and from a banking perspective, that is like very good, because number one, the projects in the bank take forever to get implemented. It's not like consulting projects. So I mentioned this actually in one of my videos already, that, you know, one of the challenges that I did experience when I started within banking is the fact that projects take forever to get done. But the fact that I managed to successfully execute 5 to 6 projects is amazing, and there's another one landing like in the next 2 months. So we just keep on adding these projects to our CV, and I think it's been amazing for me to really be part of these projects, learn as much as I can, because if you do know, I did not know much about banking. But child, if you have to ask me now, I don't know everything. I don't know everything for sure, because there's so much room to grow still, but I do know way more than I knew when I initially started. But yeah, projects have been going well. Another thing that I also did while in the banking space is I actually started doing a lot of speaking engagements within the bank. So it really happened where once off I was invited to an online session, and I think around 500 people joined into that session, and I was low-key like, oh my gosh, there's like 500 people on this call. Like, who knows me, who doesn't know me, who has seen me on TikTok, like who has seen me on YouTube, like, oh. But that went very well, because it actually exposed me to other people. Literally after that, so many people reached out to me and asked me, Yolandi, is there a possibility for you to come do a speaking engagement in my team? And I was like, you know what, you don't have to say much, I will be there. So I got a lot of speaking engagements opportunities, and that is very good. Number one, for my brand, because people starting to get to know me, and then also people are starting to see me as a subject matter expert, not just in work but in general, you know, when it comes to personal development, because majority of the time these speaking engagements are related to personal development. But yeah guys, I also got so many invites for little small extramural stuff within the bank, like being on a podcast, like being part of the bank's like brand ambassadors and influencers. And we made a lot of content, like internal type of content, you know, for the bank. I went to actually in December 2023, I went to actually present for one of the shows within the bank. So I'm so glad that the bank has given me that much exposure. And I must say, I'm so glad that I actually work for a bigger organization again, because if you have been here for a long time, you would know that I worked for a very small organization before I stepped into banking. And I think still from a work perspective, the one thing I always advise you guys to do is do something extra other than just your normal roles and responsibilities. So I took it upon myself to actually organize a lot of social events within my department. So I am like the social committee head, if you'd like to call it that, but I make sure that social events take place and that employee engagement take place. So I've been doing that and it has been going very well. I have literally managed to organize about 2 to 3 successful team building engagements, and I have successfully and very much successfully organized, planned and emceed 2 year-end functions already. Literally, when I started at the bank in 2023, my first gig was in August that year, and I did a women's event at my department and it was amazing. And after that, they were just like, you know what, the social committee is yours. You can literally run with it. So I've got a group of people that I work with, absolutely love them. These are people that have such great ideas for us to thrive and make sure that people do feel engaged within our department as well. And the third thing would be the fact that I got an industry recognized award by an industry body, which is probably one of the biggest bodies within the banking space. It's called PASA, so it's the Payments Association of South Africa, and I got best performing student for one of the certificates that I did through them. So I did a certificate in foundational payments just to get, you know, an understanding of what the banking world looks like and how the national payment system work. Like if you are in the banking space and you're considering doing a short course, then definitely check that out. But I got recognized as one of the top performing students. Unfortunately, I could not attend my ceremony because I had MBA engagements, but I did show you guys my little small trophy that they gave me as well as my certificates. And I'm so excited to, you know, do more industry related short courses, obviously after the MBA, because baby, there is absolutely no time. There is no time for any other thing than the books, okay, and a structured routine. But yeah guys, I definitely won an industry award and I literally saw that as my first award. I mean, it was pretty big for me because I was in the banking space for 1 year and I already got my first industry recognized certificate award. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Like, more to come indeed. Number 4 would be the fact that I got invited by my employer, the bank, for these work awards where people can nominate you online. So I was nominated, and I think out of a group of 3,000 people, I managed to get to like top 20, which for me was already like a very big step. Yes, I did not win that night, but I'm still so happy that I was recognized as one of the talents to actually, you know, come. I mean, being shortlisted from a list of 3,000 people to top 20 is pretty big. So for me, it was an achievement, and I was like, the next time I need to get that award, because one thing about me, child, I don't play when it comes to awards. I love me a little award, okay? Number 5, guys, would be the fact that I got invited to TV. Yeah, I got invited to talk career-related conversations on national TV, SABC 1, Mzansi for sure, period. So I got invited to Daily Teta. If you don't know what Daily Teta is, child, like, what are you doing with your life? Okay, sharp, you probably have DSTV and all the other fancy stuff. You're probably on social media. I mean, who watches TV these days? But child, they still get millions and millions and millions of views every single day. But guys, I got invited to Daily Teta to talk career related conversation, and Daily Teta is literally one of the top shows in South Africa that actually talks about all the challenges that young South Africans are faced with. So I was very honored to be invited there, and it means that, you know, my work is being seen. I actually think I was found through YouTube, so shout out to Daily Teta. I would definitely look at going back there, and it was just such an amazing experience because you guys know I love being in front of a camera, child, but that camera was a little bit intimidating because I can't speak like this. You know, I had to be very formal and talk like this, but you know what? It went well. It went well. I enjoyed it so much, guys. I love being in front of the camera. Literally, if I can do this full time, one day, God willing, if this is my full-time job, one day, 10 out of 10. And then I left the juiciest key achievement for 2024 for last, because I want you guys to like, what? When I say this, I have not broken it to anyone. Literally, when I'm saying anyone, I'm talking like my socials and stuff. Like, no one knows about this because I wanted successfully to get through like the first 3 months of it. But guys, can you believe? Hold on, I want to get some stats for you guys. Before I tell you guys this, let me get some stats, okay, in front of me, like proper stats, so that you guys see that I am not playing games at all. Can you guys see this? I don't know. Can you guys see this? 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 Yes, I have been alcohol free for 3 months and 20 days. Yes. That is amazing. I've been wanting to quit alcohol for years because I was just like, I don't see how this is adding value to my life. And then my MBA came, my MBA said, sis, you don't have time to go out in the streets as much as you used to. So you gotta relax in the house and you gotta do your assignments, okay? And you gotta study. And then I just realized, wow, there's actually no need to drink because I am still a vibe without alcohol. So yeah, guys, I stopped drinking in 2024. I stopped drinking around September last year, and I said to myself, I want to see if I can make it through December. And guess what? There was not even one single craving for alcohol over the December period. Now, don't think that I was an alcoholic, not at all. If you are new here, I'm not an alcoholic. If you have been around for a while, you know that I was a casual drinker. I used to drink when I used to go out, when I hang out with friends. Sometimes, like on a Friday night, when I wanted a drink, I'll have like one drink before going to bed. So I used to be like a casual drinker. And then I used to do October every single year since I think 2023. And after October this year, I just realized, nah, it's just not for me anymore. But in the middle of October this year, October is basically, in October you don't drink. So in the middle of October, I was just doing like a walk. I remember listening to a podcast, and it's a podcast called the Stop Drinking Podcast. I remember listening to the podcast, and as I was walking, I was listening to this podcast knowing very well that I want to stop drinking, right? And I actually downloaded a podcast that day that was talking about how alcohol impacts your body and your organs, and I listened to that and I was like, there's no way. What is the nutritional benefit of drinking? I don't see any at all. You know, I can still be very social, and I've been very social still without having to drink. So yeah, and I thank God for the ability to overcome this, and I'm not trying to influence or change anyone. It needs to be a personal thing. I'm just sharing my experiences. I know there's people who are like, and I've heard them like for the past 3 months, people, friends, family members, where I said like, oh yeah, I stopped drinking. They'll be like, oh my gosh, I'll never be able to do that, child. Hopefully you get that conviction one day. But I am so glad that God helped me through this journey of not drinking anymore. And I think He wanted this for me, like, for a very long time. And look, I'm being vulnerable, I'm being open with you guys, and I'm sharing, you know, my experiences. But I'm so grateful He gave me the opportunity to choose myself, because I feel like this has been coming for the past couple of years now, where I was like, oh, I want to stop drinking, I want to stop drinking, I don't want to consume alcohol anymore. And here we are. I've made it through multiple family engagements, multiple restaurant days, multiple birthdays. I mean, December, guys, come on. I was traveling internationally December, and I spent New Year's in a different African country, not a sip. I don't want to smell it, I don't want to see it. Funny enough, if I do smell wine now, I'm just like, that is, don't bring it close to me, I'm okay. But I'm joking, I'm not a snob. It's just that I don't know, it was just, I can't say it was a mental shift. I do feel like it's definitely something that I was helped with from a spiritual perspective as well, and I'm so grateful to God for helping me with this journey. But yeah, guys, I don't drink anymore. I'm outside sipping on my little tonic water or dry lemon, or I love these little, what do they call it at Woolies? They've got these cosmopolitan non-alcoholic cocktails, and it's so delicious. But yeah, I am that girl right now. Okay, moving on to the challenges. Let's talk a little bit about the challenges as well, because let's face it, every year will definitely come with its challenges. One of the biggest challenges for me last year is the fact that I only realized in January that I lived like a robot. Last year, my life required me to live like a robot, and I'm not mad at it. Look, it had its benefits, but I don't think that's a way of living. And when I say I lived like a robot, like, I had very strict routines and processes around how I structured my life. And I have realized, like, even in December, just taking time out, sitting on the couch and doing nothing was a bit challenging for me, because my brain is constantly running, thinking, you know, solutioning, problem solving, and that is not the way that I want to live. Now, I did do some research, and apparently it is very normal to experience that if you are doing an MBA or had a very busy period in your life. So I obviously just had to do some exercises to calm down my brain and my nervous system as well, because low-key it felt like if I was just sitting down and doing nothing, that I was wasting my time. Because that's how it is when you do an MBA. If you sit around and you've got assignments that is waiting for you and you're doing nothing, it feels like you are wasting time. Every single hour and maybe every single minute and second matters when you are doing an MBA. One other challenge is the fact that I had to really learn how to balance every single thing. Thankfully, I'm very good at making sure, like, which areas I can prioritize. So I had to balance school, work, content, business, relationships, working out, being healthy. The list literally goes on. So it was a bit challenging in the beginning, but I did get used to it towards the end. I do feel like I started living a little bit more of a normal life again, like after October last year. But yeah, I feel like it's time for me to kind of go back into my cocoon again, because obviously my second year is starting, and obviously I want to perform very well the same way I did last year. The one other challenge that I had is the feeling of isolation, because my degree required me to work so much. And you probably realize that majority of my challenges is literally tied to my MBA, because that's what my life was about last year. I'm not even trying to lie to you, but the feeling of isolation was actually crazy. The biggest craving that I had was for my family and just time with my family. I did not see my family as much as I often do last year, and I can't explain to you how much closer I am to my family and how supportive my family has been. My family has really been my support system, and I can't thank them enough. Mommy, Dada, my brothers, like you guys were literally there for me throughout every step, and just like small reminders of, you know, you're doing well. I have to say that I grew so closer to my mom last year. Like, I spoke to my mom literally every single day. I speak to her every single day, right? And it was just that form of motivation, especially when it's exam season. That auntie sends me a voice note every single morning to motivate me, and it's just so good to hear, you know, I'm proud of you, keep on going, you know, this is going to be over soon. And here we are literally like done with our first year, and I'm so grateful for my family. So much love for you guys for carrying me this far. And I must say, like, I also had very supportive friends as well. 2024 made me realize that, you know, certain friends are there in your life for a specific season, and it's okay. We all grow up and things happen, and it's okay to leave certain friendships behind because they don't serve maybe the both of you or just one of you anymore. So it's a lot of losing that took place last year as well from a friendship perspective, but it's a lot of gaining that happened as well, because obviously your goals change, you know, as a person, your life changes as a person. Damn, my life changed last year, so I required like a different type of friend group, people to surround myself with, people with kind of like the same mentality. Yeah, that feeling of isolation came from that perspective as well. But I'm just so glad for my strong support system that I've built. Like I said, my family and really good friends of mine that is always there to really motivate me. And then one other challenge I think you guys have obviously realized is the fact that I was not able to create as much consistent content on YouTube specifically because, you know, I have been consumed by my MBA. But I hope you guys understand that I'm going to try to bring more content to you guys, and in this form, literally like sit down, because it is a bit easier compared to like a vlog. But yeah guys, I have been really struggling to keep up with YouTube because it does take a lot of work to actually sit down and film and then edit, you know, as well, because I just don't have the luxury of time on my hands to actually do that. One of my other biggest challenges is the fact that emotionally I was clocked out last year. Like, I'm not gonna lie, child, there was no time to cry. Like, I was too busy. There was literally no time to cry. And then guess what happened in December? In December, as soon as exams finished, I just don't know where all these tears came from. I don't know how many times I cried after exams, and it could literally be for the smallest of things. I'm not someone who cries at a TV show. Why was I crying at a TV show? Like, what? Me? So I literally feel like I looked like a robot. I hope you guys understand when I say I looked like a robot last year, because there was no time to feel a lot of things as well. And as soon as I had that downtime, the emotions came out, and it was evoked from various different things. Like, my emotions were evoked by, you know, a show. It was evoked by just me sitting and really reflecting, damn, I just completed a year of my MBA. This has been a dream of mine for, I don't know, since I left my honors year. It's been a dream of mine to complete my MBA. I can't believe I'm actually here. Or just sitting down and realizing, damn, you have changed so much this year. You know, you have to somehow grieve, if I can call it that, the old you, because that was still you. So I found myself really like releasing a lot of emotions and like crying a lot towards the end of last year. I went on a girls trip as well, and you guys will get the video. Yeah, you guys will get the video after this one. I went on a girls trip as well last year, and after that girls trip I actually broke down. Like, I came home and I broke down, simply because, number one, my cousins gave me such beautiful flowers, and they gave me such a beautiful message on those flowers where they were just like, we're so proud of you for completing your first year of your MBA. And I was just like, damn, it's so amazing to really be around women that like support you, and being with my girls, not feeling the need to tiptoe around them, because I'm not gonna lie to you when I say, like, last year I lost a lot of friends because I just felt like I had to tiptoe around them when it comes to like my achievements, because a lot of us don't have the same drive, and it's very difficult to be friends with people who don't have the same drive as you, because it's either you won't be as available as they require you to be, you will be 3, 5, 4 steps ahead of them in life when it comes to like achievements and executing goals. So there's a level of, you know, incompatibility that comes in. So it just felt so amazing being surrounded by females for a change that is for me, because I have really good male friends who are low-key always there for me. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, male friends, tread carefully around male friends. No, I got really good male friends, and I mean male friends, and we have been friends for years, and we are people who would literally advise each other about relationships as well. So relax. Yes, it's possible to have male friends, okay? So it was just great to really be reminded that I do have female friends in my life, even though we don't speak every day, even though we see each other 2 or 3 times a year. I do have female friends who are genuinely there to support me, because we all have our own little thing going on. So yeah guys, but from an emotional perspective, I am feeling content right now, very excited for the year. And then quickly, from a growth perspective, I have realized that I am really resilient. I knew I was resilient, but last year proved to me how resilient I am. So I must say I have grown from that perspective as well. I am one of the most resilient hands. I can literally go through anything. I know for a fact that I will come out of it. I just need to quickly overreact, but then I will navigate myself out of it somehow. And then I have learned so many new skills, guys. If you know anything about an MBA, it's a very comprehensive degree when it comes to business. Literally, you do marketing, accounting, people management, you do economics, you do digital related stuff, you do literally everything, strategy. So I had so many subjects last year. The fact that I just learned so much already, like from a technical knowledge perspective, it has also allowed me to grow from a personal, interpersonal skills perspective as well. So a lot of growth from a skills perspective that took place as well. And I'm so excited to really like implement these, you know, as I go throughout the year as well. And I have been implementing it at work as well, which is solid 10 out of 10. Hence, I recommend this degree, okay? And then I think one of the other growth pieces is the fact that I definitely learned one of the biggest lessons last year. Self-belief is probably the most important thing to have in your arsenal of skills, because if you don't believe in yourself, then I mean, how are you going to do something? I think I did doubt myself a little bit in the beginning of the year. That's why I was like, I don't want to share this journey with anyone. What if I flop? What if I don't succeed as much as I want to? But child, if you look at those marks, you want to see the marks? Go check them out on Instagram, okay? I got a screenshot for you there. But if you see those marks, baby, you will be like, girl, why did you ever doubt yourself? Hard work, baby. Hard work, smart brains, that pays off. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it there. And then let's quickly do a little bit of a life update. This one is going to be pretty quick, because I do feel like I have been updating you guys about my life as I went through the year last year with my little bit of vlogs that I gave you guys. I hope you guys are grateful for the little bit of vlogs I gave you guys last year, because it took a lot on me. Like, those vlogs took a lot out of me. First things first, I have been traveling. Last year was such a great time to travel. I literally said to myself, okay babes, after every quarter, because we work in quarters, we are grown people. We don't just do normal master's degree. We are grown. So we work in quarters, not, you know, like semesters and no, quarters. So anyways, I have been traveling, I must say. I went to how many countries last year? 2-3 countries, I think. Mozambique, Lesotho, Zanzibar. 10 out of 10. Recommend all 3 of them, okay? It's been amazing. Obviously, I can't travel as much as I ideally want to. Trust me, if I could, I would have gone to 7, 8, 9 countries in 1 year. The money would have come from somewhere. I don't know where, but the money would have come from somewhere, okay? maybe a brand trip, speaking it into existence. But yeah, guys, okay, let me cool down. I traveled a lot last year, which is something that I kind of like used to award myself after every quarter. So my first quarter, I actually traveled to Mozambique, and it was looking like a late birthday gift, because if you do remember, I did like a full birthday something last year, which was very cute and very nice, and I enjoyed it because I turned 30. Cute, nice, woohoo, wow, yeah. And then I was like, okay, cool, now I need to travel. So I traveled with a friend of mine, Louise, and we had an amazing time. Okay, it was my first time in Maputo, and it was my first time in Berlin as well. I did travel to Mozambique a couple of years ago, but I went to Ponta, which was also amazing. So yeah guys, that Mozambique trip really opened doors because I posted that trip on TikTok, and I found amazing people that I have been traveling with and creating content for. IT Chef Vacation and Tours. If you guys are ever looking for a travel agency, definitely check out IT Chef Vacation and Tours. I'm going to leave the details in the description box down below. And then after that, I went to Lesotho in, I think it was June, July, one of the 2 months, and that was my first official trip with IT Chef Vacation and Tours, which was amazing. And I think this is more than a partnership, it's more like a friendship, because we like cool people, me and the owner. Okay, so we traveled to Lesotho, and I really feel like that was one of the most challenging trips for me because I'm not a person that loves the cold. That trip was very cold. That trip was cold. I literally had to order specific clothes, okay, for that trip, but it was an amazing trip. It was great to see snow. It was really amazing to see snow and to ski. I don't even know how to explain to you guys, but skiing is very, very, very difficult, but I'm glad I have done it. Would I do it again one day? I don't know, because you know what, I'm a perfectionist. Literally, I want to exceed in everything that I do. So the fact that I really struggled to get it right in front of so many people, I was just like, nah, you know, I've done it once. I got my t-shirt, I got my content, I'm cool. I don't think I'll ever ski again. Rather take me to the snow, but just make me look cute. I'll just be there for the fashion. Don't take me skiing. I'm okay, unless it's in the Swiss Alps. Then maybe let's talk again. Okay, cool. And then I went to Mars again. Child, I went to Mars again, and I went to Maputo, and I went to Berlin. And I think this is the trip that made me fall in love with Mozambique, especially Berlin. I don't know why, but that place really has such a big part of my heart. The people, the food, oh my gosh, the food at the market is a solid 10 out of 10. So I really enjoyed traveling to Mozambique, and I can't wait to travel there again this year. And I low-key feel home when I am in Mozambique. The people are friendly, they're warm. Yes, the English is not as fluent, but you know what, as long as people are warm and welcoming, I mean, I'm gonna be there. I'm literally trying to think whether I did any weekends away. I can't really remember 110%, but I definitely did a girls trip in December, which was amazing as well. The vlog will come. And yes, I also did a Zanzibar trip in December, crossover in a different country, because I don't want to be doing New Year's in South Africa anymore. That's like childish for me. I personally made it a goal to say that every single year I want to go into the new year in a different country, and up until I probably have kids, yeah, that's gonna be the plan, okay? But yeah guys, I traveled to Zanzibar, and that vlog will come out as well. While we're on the topic of the vlogs, I'm going to release the girls trip vlog first so that you guys can get that content, and then I will release the Zanzibar trip content as well. So do look out for that, and do set your notification bell thingy if it's not on. Another thing that happened is I reignited my love with running. So I absolutely loved running when I was younger, especially like in primary school. High school I had to prioritize netball, but in primary school I used to do a lot of like long distance, and I mean 10Ks were long distance back then. So that's probably why I got these beautiful legs, you know. But I fell in love with running again, and I did my first 10K last year. I did pick up a bit of an injury after that because, rightfully speaking, I did not wear the right shoes. I didn't warm up properly before the race, but I must say I did achieve the goal of not stopping at all while running, and I think that's probably where my shin splits came from as well. So I am currently in the process of fully recovering, and I'm currently in the process of shopping for new shoes as well, because child, I am going to be a runner and a track star. A runner and a track star this year. look forward to that. And then from a content perspective, I have been working with a lot of more brands, and that was actually on my vision board for 2024, the fact that I want to work with more brands. So that has come into realization. So if you guys do see content with brands on my social media platforms, this is either TikTok or Instagram, do interact with it, like it, comment it, and go try the products as well, because I am someone that definitely does not work with brands that I don't align with. I have said no to multiple brands because there's just certain things that I don't want to bring to my audience. So be rest assured that I'll never bring a product to you guys that I have not trusted and tried as well, okay? Another thing that I also wanted to chat about is the fact that I have been doing concerts. Concerts are back, and I am so excited that these are back because absolutely love concerts. I used to be a big concert girly before COVID-19, but yeah, I mean, COVID happened and then we isolated and okay, but concerts are back. I've been to Chris Brown, I've been to Kate just like this past weekend, I've been to Snow, I've been to FKJ, all the like wholesome people, you know, like I'm growing up now, so I'm listening to wholesome music as well, period. So yeah, I've been a concert girly, and I think one of the biggest things was just the fact that I wanted to start trying new stuff, simply because I don't drink anymore, and restaurants and, you know, going to a restaurant to go have a drink and lunch and dinner, it became boring, and I was like, no, like I need different experiences. So yeah, I even played paddle, like I had a couple of new experiences, and I think it's important to try new things as well, because that's where you will meet new people as well, okay? Cool. And guys, I want to wrap up this video now. So shortly about 2025, the key theme for me this year is health is wealth. Like I said, I don't want to live like a robot this year. I really want to take care of myself holistically, more so my body, what I eat, and I want to do meal preps. I really want to be consistent with my workouts. I want to come out of this year with a different body and a different look, okay? So that is the goal for the year. That is my theme for the year. So majority of my goals will be surrounded around that, and I'm not going to talk too much about what I still want to get up to this year. I think it's important to keep some of the stuff to yourself, manifest, do the work, pray, talk to God about it, and execute. I think that's one of the most important things, is to execute. Some of the tips that I would give you guys is make sure that you have a vision board. I've got a vision board. I've been doing a vision board I think since 2021, and literally all of that has come through, okay? All of it has come through, and it's because you literally see your vision board. My vision board is up there, and I literally see my vision board every single morning when I wake up. When I look at myself in this mirror, child, I see my vision board, and I already like see my goals and my life and what I want to achieve. So every single day I'm gonna take steps to get towards that. And of course, you can't have all these beautiful goals and not have small little steps that you take every day. If I say that I want to be healthy and health is wealth and I want to live a healthier lifestyle, I need to have daily routines that basically bring me to that. Eating healthy, taking vitamins, working out, drinking my water, going to therapy, talking to the right people, listening to a podcast, anything and everything that really contributes to my health. So that is just my little tip when it comes to setting up goals. I do have, I think, like a full video on how to create a vision board, and I still do it the very same way. I also have a digital vision board on my phone. I also have a digital vision board on my laptop, and I create those on Canva. Set out your goals, write down your goals, go to Pinterest, literally look for the pictures that aligns to your goals, download it, go into Canva, and literally move the pictures around and words and stuff, and that's it, and download it. It's that easy, guys. It is a new year. I hope you guys are as excited as I am about the year, and I'm looking forward to chat to you guys way more. Make sure that you connect with me on TikTok and on Instagram, and make sure that you actually subscribe to this channel, child. Even though I give you a video every now and then, okay, like, make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell button, because now, I mean, were you even notified about this video, or did you just stumble across it? Yeah, click that button so that you are notified every single time I do post a video. Let's pray, do a little bit of a meditation on that one. Yeah, Okay guys, I think that is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do not forget that there is 2 videos coming, travel videos, and I also want you guys to ask me questions about my MBA, because I'm looking at creating a very nice video about my MBA and how my journey has been so far. So drop any of the questions that you might have in the comment section down below, and then also let me know what is it that you guys would like to see. Is there any other content you guys would like to see, you know, this year? I'm also thinking of just taking you guys along as I have a class day, you know, or maybe doing like a day in the life. Do you guys want to see my morning routine? Do you guys want to see my night routine? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll sure be able to get you guys these videos. For now, thank you so much for being so consistent, so loyal, for the support. I really appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to bring the next video to you guys. Goodbye. Yo, give me lip gloss. I need to put on some lip gloss. Oh guys, it's so good to be back, low-key. I wish I could do content full-time. Like, I want to do this full-time one day. Is that 23 minutes? I've been talking for 23 minutes already? Oh my gosh.